Okay, well, welcome everyone. Nancy and I are super excited from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, to share our thoughts on a business opportunity that really we heard about probably 5, 6, 7 years ago. But at that time, it wasn't the launch. It wasn't really going to go ahead and be the business of choice for the owner. He knew it was a vision. And in fact, I would say that Dave's understanding of this concept was really developed in 1998. And during the time that he did this, there were certain things that happened with Beanie Babies and other things that kind of threw the whole timing off for him. So he backed out of that, set it back, and then continued his collecting. And that's where our journey gets really exciting. So here we are in 2023, coming up the middle of April, soon to be, and we're about to be involved in a company. I'm going to share some statistics that I'm going to relate to what we're going to have a chance to do. But we're going to be involved with a company that has the opportunity to not only be a category creator, which it truly is, but to be a company that will allow so many people a chance. And I say a chance because we can't make income claims. We can't guarantee anything, but I love the chance. For people to succeed. I love the opportunity for people to win. I love the fact that the people that earn it deserve it. I love the fact that there are so many in the world that believe that should be handed to them for free. And that's not anybody's philosophy in Collect Direct. Collect Direct is a company that is going to be based on an equal playing field for the masses with our entry points and our packages that are going to be offered. And some of the videos that are on the Collect Direct Facebook group, which if you're not part of, by all means, go to Facebook, put Collect Direct, and ask to be introduced to the platform. You'll see a number of different videos in there that Dave's done, myself and others have put in there to share the vision of Dave Jordan, our CEO, being interviewed a number of times, the compensation plan being overviewed, and of course, the platform of our different packages and what they're going to contain during the launch. So when I share these statistics, I want you to get your head around what the collectible space truly offers each and every one of you. And again, you can do what I did, which is just go to Google and type in certain things. So I wanted to start off by saying, okay, what is the opportunity or what is the chance of winning the Powerball? Right, the U.S. big one. I mean, it's a 1 in $292 million or a million person chance. What's big number, right? What about eBay? What if you were to say how many active users are there in eBay? Well, I did that. I typed it. There's 138 million active users in eBay. What about Amazon? The shopping, Amazon. How many people or customers are there in Amazon worldwide? You won't believe it. 310 million customers and growing, right? I mean, this was an interesting one when I Googled this. The collectible space, right? When you say how many people in the world are collectors and what's the estimate of the growth that could happen there? It's like 200 million. And if you relate that just to toy collectors, it's unbelievable the numbers that are in there. It's $12.5 billion worth of revenue in the toy collection space and growing 10% a year, right? Never mind the sports categories and all the other things. We're talking about millions and millions of interested people. Now, let's just use the United States for an example of the collectible space. And again, I'm not making these numbers up. I think Google doesn't lie. Really, I don't, but I typed it in. Okay, how many Americans are collectors? 61% of the American population are collectors of something, right? Doesn't have to be each category that we have, but I'll tell you, we have a lot of categories on our launch and a lot more coming. So, I wanted to share that with all of you because it just opened my eyes to the opportunity. Nancy and I have, spent a lot of time just sharing our thoughts around business and the opportunity. And Nancy has an interesting analogy in her mind, but don't complicate this. To be honest with you, Nancy, I'll let you take it from there.
Well, I think that this machine, this animal, this great opportunity that we have coming down the pipe is not like anything that we've ever done before. And so I don't think we need to default to traditional trainings. I don't think we need to default into the way that you bring people to the table all the time in a traditional network marketing company where there's a consumable product and you're using your experience with that product as a draw to the product. This is something that people are looking for. They're already looking for it. It's really more a retail opportunity. You're just super excited about what you're doing and sharing it with other people. And really, it's a whole new level of finding like-minded people, a whole new level of being, that is where the attraction marketing comes in here. It's not that you're going to say that you had an experience. It's going to be that you are passionate about collecting. It's going to be that you're passionate about what it is that you're collecting, and that you can see other people. When Dawn and I were traveling back from Las Vegas, I saw Dad and his little 5-year-old son, and they were laying out hockey cards and baseball cards all over the benches. And the dad says, I'll trade you 2 of these cards for 1 of these cards. And I watched the little 5-year-old and he goes, no, Dad, this one's worth way more. You can't have this one. You gotta wait. You gotta wait. And there was an instant visual for me as to how people are just going to love this. And this is going to be something that they can do with their children. And when Dawn was talking about 61% of people, this company's for everybody. It's for young, it's for old, it's for females, it's for males, it's for everyone. It's going to be a game changer. It's not like anything else out there. This is not a Me Too company. This is going to be the ability to make money off of basically a retail-based online catalog per se. And you lead people into that, and they can get what they want, what they're passionate about, what they're searching for, what they're looking for. You're literally a finder. You're a helper to help people find what they're already looking for. And I'm really excited about the difference that this is, because so much of what we've done in the past can sometimes be convincing and talking about science, and there can be variables of like things that people can say that they disagree with. There's no variables of disagreement here. Either you want the card or you don't want the card. Either you want the toy or you don't want the toy. Either you're passionate about this or you're not passionate about this. The value is there. You can see it. You can Google it. It'll tell you a value. It's not like something that you have to say is valuable. Well, what's your health worth to you? You know, things like that. Those things that you used to have to say. Because people that are passionate about things like hats, I can tell you that Don said to me in the morning, he says, do you want to go to the gym with me and the kids? And I said, well, actually, I was thinking I was going to take an Uber over to that hat store and check out a hat. And what was that worth to me? It was worth sacrificing a little bit of time, paying for an Uber, going there, getting excited. I walked in, the girl was at the store and she says, what can I help you with? And she says, do you want to try one of the hats on? And I said, I'm going to try them all on. And she said, all of them? And I'm going, all of them. But that's somebody who's passionate about what we're doing here. And so that was kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to wear my hat tonight. I wanted to show how exciting this is going to be to share with people, because I know there's so many of you on here that can't wait to get started. Like, we can't wait to get started. It's going to be so much more fun.
So Nancy, you mentioned retail. So let's maybe touch on that. So I've had a lot of fun with the retail category, even in my traditional business career. Had 6 stores, tried to expand, lost $1 million in 1 year with the expansion, went down to 1 major store, drive people there, make it very profitable because we cut a lot of overhead out. Now let's use that analogy, if we can, to our opportunity. You see, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, your website is open for you and whoever you want to share it with. Now, if you understand, when you will, and in detail, get our compensation plan in your hot hands and on your back office that you can open up and navigate through, you will see how simple it is to understand, because every element of the compensation plan has a little icon you go over and it pops up and explains everything. The idea Dave had was to eliminate the questions. So our compensation plan will teach itself to you. And I promise you, you'll get this image of 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We walked through the Caesar's Palace and a fella sold me this back deal for my phone. One of the best salesmen I'd ever met, who talked me into spending for a battery operated item, $80 and a $20 tip. What's my point? All I had to do, if I had it on my phone, was to open up his door to the thousands of people that he sees regularly in his job, in his cubicle, to say, man, you're so talented. I have to buy this from you. And this is how I said to him, I have to buy this from you because I want to share something with you. If you could give me your business card, that I can't today because it's a secret, but I have it coming very shortly. And I believe you could help me open up a world to all the people that will arrive in Las Vegas from all over the world. And you'll probably get a reward. I'm not telling you have to sell anything, but would you be interested in sharing and earning some money? He said, absolutely. Now, if that moment was there for real, where I could have taken my phone and sent my link to him, point, click, share, my username would be embedded in his website link forever, so that if he found something he liked or shared that with somebody else because he chose to join, it goes viral to these millions and millions of people that have interest in the types of items that'll be on our website. That simple little exercise is what I am going to be able to share with you many, many times, and each and every one of you, about point, clicking, and sharing your link to this incredible category creator of multiple different items from different genres, that everybody will have somebody that will love to find it. And that's the simplicity. It's a true business opportunity. And as Nancy was saying a little earlier, being involved in the health regimen is great. People need health, right? And it's not something we'll ever not do for ourselves when it comes to the nutrition choices we make. But I don't want to have to convince anybody, but I'm not also just looking for the collector. Folks, you have to understand something. We're looking for people that want to make money, because it's a business opportunity. So don't get caught up in the thing, only collectors. I'm sorry. Yes, there's 61% of the American population that collects, but guess what? There's 100% of the American population, the Canadian, the worldwide population, that would sure love a chance to earn some extra income. No guarantee, but a chance. And that's our true opportunity, because you see, when you get the value of our products, and I can get so excited, I might speak too fast, and I just try to slow my brain down to explain where I'm coming from when I share this thought with you. Imagine, folks, just please understand the business opportunity when you have millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of 40 years of product from categories that you can only imagine: Elvis, Kiss, Kenny Rogers, Dolly Parton, music people, right? And then you've got Jurassic Park, all the different characters from Star Wars. You've got Bozo the Clown, Gumby, all these toys from the McDonald's stores from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. It's mind-boggling the passion that'll get open for the people that at least look to see what we offer. Now, out of the gate, it's pre-packs for the simplicity of getting our key people rolling. The question was, well, what's the difference between the Superstar Success Pack versus a home run or a team builder? Well, folks, the team builder is made up of one pack and your choice from a category. The home run pack will be 2 team builder or 2 different categories. The Superstar Pack will be 3 different team builder or 1 from each of 3 of the different 7 or 8 categories, and a bonus pack. But the key will be it'll open up the compensation plan in its largest ability for you to earn them out of the gate, right? And that detail will come later, but it's a business opportunity. But here's the value, as Nancy said, as she keeps looking at this project, she says, Don, for $278, what are they really getting? Well, Dave is guaranteeing 340 or above of value, but I want to give you the, what I'm going to call the secret sauce of that 340 or above. Underline the word above. He's including, okay, sealed packs in the categories you pick. And in those sealed packs, he doesn't even know what's in there because they're from the 80s, 90s, and whatever. There could be, and a chance that if you decide to open it, oh my goodness, what could be in there? That, I'm sorry, is the secret sauce. That is the mystery in the box. That is part of the excitement that we're going to be able to share with our personal stories.
The golden ticket.
The golden ticket.
In the Willy Wonka chocolate bars.
Get excited. You're not talking about a 1, 2, 3 item. You're talking about a collection of things that Dave has been bringing in for over 40 years, brought into you with graded items, signed autograph things, all kinds of amazing things, artist profile stuff. We're talking figurines and whatever category you pick. And then the secret sauce of items that he's not even looking at, what's in them. And he's saying, doesn't matter to me if you get a Wayne Gretzky. Doesn't matter to me if you get that crazy Beanie Baby that's retired, that's worth $500. His team is building these packages for all of us so that there are winners in the world that are going to go, oh my goodness. And Nancy, you've told me, you've educated me on the concept of storytellers. Once we have the storytellers and you all get launched, watch what happens.
I just think that when some of us start getting super, super successful, it's going to be indisputable that this is the new kid on the block. This is where it is. This is where the cool kids are.
Where the cool kids are. I love that. Okay. So that's our little point here. We want to bring some people on that are going to share their excitement around this. I've had some great conversations over the last month or two with some of these folks. But Frank, because I saw your name first there, I'm going to get you to unmute yourself. You got about 30 seconds to a minute, my friend. Give us a way you're going to approach your prospects for everybody. And folks, this is a network veteran who's been in the industry for many, many years, but he's found this home here and he's super darn excited. So go ahead, Frank.
Sure. Well, first of all, I was happily retired at 72 years old until I got the call from my good friend, Bob Bell. And, I got really excited right away. But the topic, and I should go back just a little bit for you. I've been in the industry for 50 years, and it hasn't been fun the last few years for some reason. And I was in a three-way conversation with Bob Bell and another good friend of mine. And he said, this is fun for a change. And, he was absolutely correct, because this is so much fun compared to the things that are out there that you have to really grind away to be super successful. And so I just wanted to say that that's the reason, for my enthusiasm. And like I said, I've been in the industry for a long time. I've owned two of my own network international companies. One was with lotto tickets, one was with nutrition. But the topic of tonight is what I want to share with. And that's how to approach people. So what I found in the early calls that I've been making is that I ask a very simple question. And that question is, have you ever collected anything like marbles or baseball cards? Because whether they're collecting anything now or not, everybody has a story that they can go back to. I've had people say to me, yeah, we used to throw those cards up against the wall and gamble and win the cards from each other. I've had other people tell me about their marble collections, but, most people have collected something at some time in their life. And when you have a way for them to start talking, you're in.
I
and
agree.
It's so much fun.
Frank,
And
that's awesome,
that's all
my
I have
friend.
to share.
Thanks, my friend. Look, that's just one example of a veteran networker that's coming out of retirement to do this because he sees an opportunity. Let's go right to JC, if you can, JC Walton. I'm not sure which one you are because I see a couple links, or if you can unmute yourself. JC, just to make sure you're okay to chat here. I thought I'd reach out to you. Go right ahead and unmute yourself, my friend.
I'm unmuted. Hey, man. Hey, guys. Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm actually a collector myself. I've been collecting coins for years. And so when Don called me about this, it made sense to me because I already do collect. And I'm an old comic book collector. I was collecting comics, like I still have some from the 70s. I wouldn't consider them collectibles because they're well used. I didn't leave them in the wrapper. I was a big comic fan and loved DC Comics and all that. So mine were used, but I did collect cards. I kind of turned those over to my kids when they got old enough to start playing sports, and they kind of took over that passion. So for me, what this kind of does is it allows me to connect with my kids who, I own a construction company, and they just aren't into construction, so they weren't really. I doubt we're going to take into following in the footsteps of that business, but they love working in collectibles, and so that's kind of ignited a little passion with them again, where they've started going through. They pulled out all their old cards, and we've had some time where we all get together and just pull out the cards and look at them and see the different values. So for me, this is an opportunity to connect with the younger generation and really do something with them. So that's what I'm excited the most about, is the opportunity to work with my kids and
JC,
have some
how could it be better than that, right? In the end of the day, life's too short, and that's a great analogy right there. That family unit and working with your boys and eventually your daughter, if she's interested. Awesome, buddy. I'm looking forward to us traveling the world with Kim and yourself and the boys and your daughter. Let's have fun here, my friend. It's gonna be a real fun ride.
Excited, bud.
Let's jump over to Blair up in Canada. Blair, I know the compensation plan has caught your attention and you love the ease of it, but how are you going to approach people, Blair, with this collector opportunity?
It's a great question. I know Faye and I have been talking a lot about it and how we're going to use that. It's kind of funny. The one that Frank used, we've used as well with good success. Just about, have you ever collected anything? Doesn't matter what in your lifetime. That's worked very well. And I think what Nancy, she really hit the point that this is really dual pronged. Like, it's not just a traditional networking, and that's what we're all here for, is to network and make the income. But there's a strong retail component here that's really never been there before. I've got guys who are serious car collectors who are a little older than myself and Frank, and they're to the point where they're willing to liquidate their car collections. And that becomes a huge retail opportunity that'll be part of this business, is my understanding. And so not only do you have that networking component, which we all love because we've all been together for a number of years, but it gives you that total. And our good friend Kelly's on here, and Kelly's got like 1,000 different business guys that he knows in the Alberta area. All those guys run traditional businesses. All those guys can take this opportunity, like you said, the guy at the mall. They can take this opportunity and add it to their current business to develop that secondary or third or fourth stream of income. Huge opportunity.
Yeah, and I think we're just touching on some examples here, but remember, it's not just for the collector; it's for the business-minded person, and that business-minded person has one interest: to make income, and that's where this opportunity is going to be so unique. Listen,
I'll give you one little example, Don. Faye and I were kicking around today, and we went into a store. It's a thrift store in town, and everybody knows Pyrex dishes, right?
Yep.
Well, the old Pyrex dishes from the 50s and 60s and 70s are very collectible now. A little set of 4 is $180. So, even something and people are buying them. They're flying off the shelf. So I think, like, who's going to collect dishes? But obviously people do. People collect. So our opportunity is to find people who want to collect and satisfy that passion. And we can show them that and drive income.
So you got that two-pronged approach, right? Are there collectors out there, or are there people that want to make money? And that's how simple this really is from that standpoint. Blair, thank you, my friend. Looking forward to being together with you and your wife in Saskatchewan, doing some presentations when we launch.
Absolutely.
Let's see, Rick. I'm not sure if you're live yet. I know you were coming on board. If you're there, unmute yourself, Rick. No, I've sent you a quick text. Let's jump over to Jimmy Weiss. Jim, are you there? I know you were saying that you should be able to chime in. You might be out of area. Give you a chance to chime in real quick, and then we're going to jump to the next person. Jim, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can. Jimmy, I want to brag about you a little bit because you're a gentleman who in the network marketing industry has put 70,000 people in your organization in one of your companies you were with. And again, like Frank said, you're coming out of retirement and you are just so excited. So I'm going to shut up. I'm going to let you share your thoughts on what you see here and where this is going, my friend. So Jimmy, take it away.
Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Uh, Don, I am so friggin' excited. I can't stand it. I'm like, my God. And I'll tell you from a business standpoint, I mean, yes, I've made a lot of friggin' money in network marketing and it's awesome. But we are the first. There's no competition for us. We are all alone by ourselves, and we're the people that are on this phone are the start of the company. I mean, come on. It's a win-win-win situation, and the opportunity is phenomenal. It's big. And I'm a big collector, and I'm fired up about it. You guys, we're going to have a lot of fun. Thanks, Don.
Oh, Jimmy, one last thing, and you're breaking up a little bit. What would be an opening statement you would say to somebody for prospecting?
I'm as simple as Frankie is. Do you collect anything? I think that opens up the door so easily. I've done it 5 times now, and it's funny. I'm just, I'm amazed at how easy. I shouldn't say that because, some people find this business hard, but this one is going to be easy.
Yeah, hey, listen, I agree with you. You're breaking up a little bit, so I'm gonna sign you off on the mute if you go ahead. But Jim, I know how excited you are because you call me and I got to take you off the phone because you're just so darn excited. So thanks for sharing it, my friend. Listen, we got a couple of veterans on here as well. Curtis, you were going to chime in. If you're there, by all means, my friend, unmute yourself. I'd like to hear from yourself. Go right ahead. Butch, I'd like to hear from you as well if you're on, but go ahead, Curtis or Butch, unmute yourself.
I'm here.
Okay, go right ahead.
One of the things I like to use is anything that's inclusive. And you guys have all hit on it, that there are collectors and there are people who aren't necessarily collectors, but they like to collect dollar bills. And so one of the things I'm going to do is just ask people, do you know anybody that likes to collect things? Anything.
Right.
Do you know anybody?
It's
Because
it's not always the person, but they know someone who does.
That's correct. And the key is what I want them to do is not get into a conversation with me about what they collect necessarily, because they'll tell you that no matter what. I want the people who say, well, not necessarily, but I do know some people that do.
Right.
And I want them to tell me, or I'm going to just kind of ask the questions because I'm big on asking questions versus just telling people stuff. I'm going to ask them if they understand how big the collectible industry or market is.
Right.
Because once I get them understanding or leaning forward about how big the industry is, then I can ask them about what I really want to know, which is if you could get a second or third or fourth income stream coming in through the collectible industry, would you have any interest in that? And that's when you can have the conversation about what you have to offer to them.
Right.
Yeah.
It's that simple. But you listen, you've been a successful networker. And when we first started chatting, your eyes just went, oh my goodness. 2 things, Don, and you said it to me. Tell the folks here, why are you doing this with us?
Well, I mean, I really think the industry is in a real quagmire right now because you're basically regurgitating people and regurgitating product. See, you can't get new people into an industry that's stale because people don't want to get in it. There's no excitement. And so what I see in this has already been mentioned, and it's not rocket science because I only got 2 brain cells that work together on a good day. And so the key is that what I see is, there isn't anybody else doing this. And somebody already said it. Okay. And it's the truth. There are no other network marketing collectible companies. So your competition are people like eBay or, individual collection stores that have retail markup and et cetera, et cetera. So when you have first movers advantage, it's always good. Always. You can never have a bad first movers advantage.
Good point.
So I'm excited about that a lot. But the other thing I'm really excited about more than anything, and Nancy talks about it, and I could listen to her talk all the time. So I just wish you'd put a muzzle on once in a while. Just let her talk, man. She's got a lot to say. So the thing that she talks about that I 100% am excited about is this can be relationship marketing that's fun.
Right.
Because you don't have to convince, you don't have to drag, you don't have to do all the things that we've all done for years and years and years. The painful stuff.
Yeah.
This is going to be fun.
Yeah.
And when you have people who want to win in life, but they might not necessarily have the skill set that some of us have built, over years and years and years and years, because I didn't have any skill set when I started, but I stuck to it. The key is this doesn't require that same skill set.
Good point.
Can just be fun and let it be, like you said, click, point, share, or whatever it is, however you want to do it, because people are going to want to buy for themselves. They're going to want to buy for other people. But more than anything, they will be able to see how they can help people, which is my big thing. I just want to have fun and help people.
Good point.
And when you got to drag people and then people can't do what's necessary, raise your hand if you've ever been in the industry and had somebody on your team that you really loved and wanted to help, but you just knew in your gut and in your brain, there's no way you could help them. They didn't have that, and they didn't have the whereabouts to hang in there and learn the skill set. This isn't going to take that.
Exactly.
You can help so many more people with this, and that's why I'm excited about it. It's help.
But you're amazing, my friend. I'm looking forward to learning from you, having a fun time with you. I got one more to go to here, or maybe 2, because this is really good. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Kenny Gatz, if you can come off mute, I want you to come off mute because you're approaching this from the network side, but you're also getting into this whole selling the collections to Dave as well with you and your son. Maybe you can just share your thoughts on this opportunity and how you're approaching people.
Can you hear me, Don? All right.
Yeah.
You and I both have seen something totally amazing. And, we always heard the stories about what Dave had, and I've seen it for my own eyes, and it's just unbelievable. Me and my son, we do bring stuff to Dave. It's amazing. My son, I don't collect anything. I collect scars. My son asked me, he said, what do you collect? I said, I collect scars. I've worked my whole life, worked my fingers to the bone. And he said, so what when you were talking about approach, my son is my approach, to people, because I say, oh my God, my son found something, or he'll come across something really cool that he ended up getting on his own for himself, or, but here's the cool thing, he has an ability to make money here because of what Dave is offering. It's not just, the cool thing is it's not just the site. Oh my God, he's got something for everybody. He's got collectible spoons. He's got coins. He's got, it's so phenomenal the amount of stuff. Pez dispensers. I never knew that was a collectible item. Pez dispensers. People are paying big money for that kind of stuff, and it's really crazy. The Beanie Babies. It's phenomenal how that worked out. you know, but the cool thing is, not only does this give people, my son's been doing this part-time for the last 20 years, you know, I mean, he makes money doing this kind of stuff part-time. Well, now he has the ability to take the deals that he never could before, you know, and he can still make money from them. Things that he couldn't even have the ability to do. Now he has the ability to make that offer and still make some money from it. This is such a cool thing. It has so many aspects, and I'm super excited. I had no clue about collectible. I'm telling you what, I knew nothing about it, and I still am learning every single day. I'm learning from my son, you know, and that's really cool.
Yeah.
And it's made a really good connection for us. You know, we bring stuff out today, but we just got back from a big trip out there, took a big load out there to him. And you know, it's amazing. We get that connection with each other. But
And
it's
that's
really
like
cool.
JC,
Like I say,
that's
I'll
like
jump
JC
off.
said, that's like JC said, and it's ultimately that family connection in the home that's going to bring moms and their kids together, and moms and dads and the family unit. It's amazing, Ken. But Ken, I'm going to finish with this thought with what you do so people understand. That's another opportunity inside our plan where you find a collectible that somebody wants to sell from an estate sale, and Dave will offer, and if he buys it, he pays you a commission for that, and then you get a chance to reward your team in the unilevel plan as well. That's another opportunity, folks, that's here as well. And Kenny, you've been proving that working with Dave, and it's exciting that you've seen that operation, the 3 warehouses, and expanding. So
And think of
It's
the
amazing.
natural
It's
draw
amazing.
for
Anything-
collectors to this
anything
company
you can
for that
imagine, he's
reason
got.
alone. For that reason alone, people are going to be drawn to this company. For people that are looking to get rid of their collections, or people that are, and here you are again, like Butch said, being able to offer help. Somebody goes, "Oh, I've got a basement full of stuff and I don't know what to do with it." You can say, "Hey, I know a guy."
exactly. Let's Ken, appreciate you, my friend. You know, listen, there's other people here that would love to chime in, and I'm not afraid to keep going a little longer. We'll post this recording because it's been great. Dale, you've been asking questions. I think you're a collector. If you want to come off mute, I know people would love to hear from you as well, and your interest here. I'd love to hear from Australia. Jackie, I know you and your husband are getting excited about this, and he's a big sports guy and a speaker on stage, telling the stories around the world in Australia and so on. A couple more. Let's see who else wants to come off mute here before we finish up this Zoom. Gail Tracy,
Don?
same thing. Go right ahead. Gail, there you are. I was hoping you'd come off.
One of the things I'm really excited about is the gift packs or whatever, the things that in the boxes that, you know, like I know my brother is a huge Star Trek fan, you know, the original Star Trek thing. And I saw that it looks like there might be like a Star Trek thing with
Yes.
all the different things from it. And I think if you have different these different gift boxes, you know, that are in a glass box or whatever for different people, that is like going to be an amazing product that people are going to want to buy to give to people as gifts, because, you know, what do you buy for the person that has everything, right?
And Gail,
And
you
if
know,
you can get them something that they're like super excited about, they go, "Wow, this is amazing.
Can you
Like, where did you
imagine?
get this?"
somebody receiving that package. Dave talks about it all the time. Flowers by Us. You know,
Yeah.
that package. He sent a package to Dr. Joe Aarons, and it was to do with the Gator football. And the guy's been excited ever since. Can't stop talking about it.
Yeah,
Can
and
you
if it's
imagine-
delivered to them as a gift, like an actual gift pack or something like that, you pay a little
And he's
extra
doing
for
that.
the wrapping and all that kind, and a card.
So that's
you know?
coming. That's coming in our program. You're going to be able to have your special collection sent out to that special person. Can you imagine Christmas? Can you imagine birthdays? Can you imagine our numbers never going down because there's birthdays and holidays happening all the time? That's what's
Wedding anniversaries, you know, all that kind of thing.
It's incredible. Gail, we're looking forward to having fun with you on this. Appreciate that, my friend. Who else wants to come up here? Kay, you're on here as well. I know you've been in the industry for a long time. Are you getting excited? Come on, guys, a couple more. Let's see what we can do here to get the people excited. Come on, Jim.
Hey, I wanted to throw one more thing back at
Go
you
ahead.
that came to my mind was, you know, when we start talking about this and the network marketing part of it, you know, think about this. When have you ever had an auto ship product come to your house that gained value? These things are going to do nothing but go up and up and up and up. It is amazing. You know, an ownership that gains value instead of just goes away. That's
Yeah,
pretty
and
awesome.
our program allows you to retail your auto ship so that people that buy products off your website with your link actually qualify the volume towards your purchases so you can decide if you want to buy or not. That's an incredible part of our plan. We're really retail driven, as Nancy said. It's exciting.
Well, and the idea of having skin in the game and something tangible to show for it. I know anybody that's on here that's been in a consumer-based company, once you consume that product, I mean, it gives you value, but it's not like you can sell it again. This is one of these really unique situations where if you're in a pinch or whatever, this thing that you have, whatever your collectible is, has value.
Exactly. Now, we were hoping to get Curtis on because he has a great share. If you're still not on, Curtis, or unmute yourself. But how about the berries? I mean, you guys are industry veterans. You guys are like Nancy and I, a team. I mean, you're more than welcome to climb in, Claudia, and share your thoughts on this, because I know you're pretty darn excited when you've reached out to me. Go right ahead if you want to unmute yourself. Going, left me high and dry. No problem. I never give you any warning. Look, we're winding down here. Anybody else? Last chance. Eric Docker, would you like to say anything? Anybody else? Going?
Ozzy,
Ozzy, there you are. Okay, there you
Yeah.
go. How you doing, Jackie?
I'm great. Thank you so much. And I can't tell you how excited I am because it's the first time that my husband is actually excited with me to be able to be doing something, because, you know, we sit on the same spectrum in a lot of things, but when it comes to e-commerce or online, he just doesn't totally understand it and doesn't get it. But this is the first thing that has got his engines pumping, because sport is his area. Like, he was an athlete, he coaches, he goes all over the world. This is what he gets up for every day of the week. And he has so many people that he connects with, and it's his whole career. So for me, I can't be more excited, because it's something that's going to bring us back together again, that we're going to do together as a unit, to be
That's
able to
awesome.
share and to be able to make money and to do something that we can both get some benefits from, and for our kids and our grandkids. Like, we've got grandkids, you know, so I'm looking at this thinking, well, how can I invest for the future for my grandkids, you know, that they can have something in this too. So thank you so much. I'm super pumped, and I know he is too. So that makes me excited, because it's the very first thing.
That's a great story. Listen, it's the family
Yeah.
unit from top to bottom, and you
Yeah.
guys, this is the first of many. Not the most normal trainings that we're ever going to do here, because I don't think it's required, like everybody's been saying here. Get ready for the stories of success. That's the real story that'll be the best trainer. When you start hearing Greg saying, hey, I had this happen, and you're going to hear Rebecca saying, I can't believe it. My team's growing. I just got a unilevel check. I can't even believe I have these many customers. Where are they coming from? It's going to be viral, and that's going to be incredible for all of you. Folks, thanks for joining us. There's a couple of people we'll get on the next time. These are probably going to be something we'd like to do regularly. Nancy, final
One thing
thoughts?
that Dave shared with me that was exciting, that's another part of our compensation plan. And I want to let you guys know that compensation plans can be difficult. And I'm a big believer in don't know your compensation plan. I don't care how I get paid, because the company takes care of all that for you. They literally do everything. I mean, some people like to optimize the plan, but I mean, just be fun and talk to people about it. But Dave says, just wait. There's going to be somebody in this team, in this organization, and one of these big collectibles is going to sell, like a big high ticket price collectible is going to sell. And some little old lady is going to open up the mail or see in her back office, she's going to get like a $30,000 check and go, how the heck did I do that? And that's what I'm saying. What a great surprise. You don't even need to know how you're being compensated, because you're going to get compensated, and that's fun.
Yeah, and guys, there's no guarantees in anything. We have made no income claims whatsoever on this Zoom.
No.
There is not an investment vehicle. This is a collectible company. Get ready, have some fun, put it in your time capsule, bury it if you want, look at it in 30 years, then use your imagination what it may be worth. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to turn the recording off. Stay on by all means if you like, and we'll shoot the poop for a little bit, all of us. Thanks for joining us tonight. And thanks for all my guests for jumping on.